Love, Sin, and Evil, Episode 1, this is how it starts. The story follows a miniseries format and will conclude in a single season of episodes. The story contains many things, thus are on your screen. Go away before it's too late. Despite all of her inner voices' whispered warnings, she wanted to be there. If you take one more step, your life will end. But they are waiting for me. I can feel it. I am needed. The rattling bus shook violently as it went over a bump, jolting the young woman awake. The professor called out to a student. Mina. Reisenstein, Mina, this is our stop. Everyone, let's go. Still only half realizing where she was and running on autopilot, Mina hopped up to leave the bus and step into the embrace of the fresh air. These are our selections. Go with this one. Maybe she was wearing something nicer than a plain t-shirt. Dark side, balanced, jeans. We'll go with dark side, I kinda like it. It doesn't exactly tell how many diamonds we're using, but it might be just one. Plus one darkness. Blonde, black, chestnut, red waves. Blonde, black. Huh. We'll go with black curls. I like the Wednesday Addams look. You can change your outfit at any time with the wardrobe button. Oh, what a nightmare. Despite the light haze typical of the area, the weather was clear. The sky was still a summery blue, but the cool breath of autumn's approach was already in the air, tickling the back of one's neck. Ah, feels good. As soon as Mina stepped off the bus, a shiver ran to her body, and the crystal clear air made her head spin. Ooh, is that solid ground beneath my feet? The journey had exhausted her. 2 flights, one of them across the Atlantic, and a long, tedious road to their destination. I like the artwork. Where are we? This doesn't look like a town. The driver refused to go any further for some reason. And I can't blame him. Tony, as always, was brief. He started looking around as if searching for something. What do you mean? So what now? Do we have to walk to this town? Gordy's shoes, of course, were not suitable for cross-country track. How else are we expected to get to the mountains? Well, I'm not an idiot. I changed my shoes, but actually, I'm counting on a hotel 3 stars at least. I'd take 3 stars or even 1, you know? Just to stretch my legs, relax a little after the bumpy ride. You're always thinking about relaxing. Did we lose anyone? No, sir. Everyone is here. I already checked. The whole time, one member of the group stood apart from the others, watching from silent indifference. If I were forcibly sent across the ocean, I wouldn't be thrilled either. Let's go. We need to check in before dark. We should rest before the hike. Ooh, animations. Butterfly. It's very pretty. Eastern Europe, Belovakia. Let me remind you, we're here on assignment from the university. We'll be delving into the depths for science, more precisely, Carzonite. Carzonite is a very important mineral in the story's world. Since the Carzonite reserves have been so badly depleted, the government imposed a ban on exporting the ore. We're here to study it in its natural environment. Let's just get this over with. Speak for yourself. I came here to relax and have a good time. Mr. Collins, personally, I'm ready to delve into any hard topic with you. Be granite or carm, so, well, you get the idea. Our main goal is geological exploration, so we won't be staying in Vitskurvich for long. I saw that fountain. Strange, there's no one here. Hey, look. It seemed like an ordinary fountain, but the water, it's red? If it's water at all. The group approached to get a closer look at this curiosity. Ew, it looks disgusting! I like it. The next choice will affect how the main character deals with problems. Athletics, mysticism, and logic. Increasing stats will allow her to solve more complicated problems. The path of mysticism is an attempt to embrace magic. Path of logic is to explain everything from a scientific point of view, and the path of athleticism is to involve taking action instead of spending time on contemplation. I think I'll check it myself, which is probably athletics. Ominous mysticism, there's a scientific explanation. Fountain is obviously old. No one takes care of it. Judging by the slimy layer that looks like algae on the fountain sides and bottom, that's the cause. It's the right season for an algae bloom. It's nothing unusual. Doesn't taste like punch. Ugh, I feel sick. Maybe if it's a trap for vampires, like saying this is a vampire could come drink, and that's when they catch him. Johnny, vampires don't exist. Tony remained a guy of few words. He usually spoke only when necessary. You're supposed to be a future geologist? Didn't any of you notice the type of rock this fountain is made out of? Tony furrowed his brow, touching the edge, and then leaned closer to examine it. It's carsonite. So, for those of you who decided to skip my final lecture and go to devil knows where instead. Oh yeah, good times. Johnny, as always, was in his own world. Sorry, please go on. Carsonite is an extremely rare mineral. It has only been found in the mountains of Belovacia. An interesting property of the carsonite is a chemical reaction that occurs when it comes into contact with water. Tony was about to say something when Chad talked right over him. Carsonite turns the water red. The effect only occurs while there is direct contact. If the liquid was transferred into a container made of a different material, it would eventually become colorless again. That's correct, Chad. Good job, Chad. You saved us from an embarrassing situation. But they say the most attractive quality in a man is his intellect, and you're proof of that. You should attend class more often. Then it would be harder to impress you. Well, I'm gonna go look for the hotel. I'll go ahead and take a walk around. Be careful, though. I'll meet you back here later. With that, he turned and walked away, leaving the students to their own devices. The main character will have a pre-existing relationship if you choose a character for the next choice. Well, I'll make a good use of the time. Chad, Sue, Mr. Collins, Tony, no one. I feel like Sue. We'll go with Sue. Why not? Well, You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go with no one. We might meet someone over the course of this. She took off her backpack, tossed it on the nearest bench, and plopped down next to it, closing her eyes. Silence, tranquility, the sun's rays warmed her face, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of pine. She could feel her muscles gradually relaxing. Oh, it's so nice to sit alone and relax. Sometimes I just don't have the energy for being social, and there was too much talking today. Being alone isn't so bad. I'll definitely meet someone along the way. Where should I go? The market, the church, the outskirts? Let's go with the market. I'll go with the outskirts. The soul of every town resides not in its tourist spots, but in the outskirts. Is it risky? Well, I'm not one to shy away. The butterfly's back. Whee! I understand the butterfly. I know. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. Strange. There are people, but I don't see anyone. Even though it's daytime.
I
studied the language, but she's speaking so fast. Fresh blood? Unbridled rage? Shouting this, the woman quickly locked herself inside of her house. Huh? Boo, boo, boo. The figure started approaching her, swinging his axe vigorously. What the? So she backed away cautiously, clueless about what was going on. Is this some kind of masquerade you guys have, or something? She smiled nervously. Just as she managed to reach the nearest corner, someone grabbed her hand in an iron grip. Ah! An old man was holding her by the wrist, shouting loudly. He tried to drag her into the alley. Let me go. She managed to pull her hand out of his grasp. Stay, no! Some choices increase the value of light, while others do darkness. Choose wisely. On the path of light, the main character solves problems, while on the path of darkness, she wants to create them. What should I do? Run. Please, don't come any closer. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Circling around from one side. Softly, softly. Circling around from the other. What do I do? Her heart was pounding furiously in her chest. She felt like a cornered animal. What part of run did you not understand? The maniac was distracted by a roar. It's my chance. Are there more people? Are they trying to surround me? Not letting herself get cornered, she darted away as fast as she could. Driven forward by the sound of a roar from hell itself, she found herself back at the square before she knew it. She crouched down, covering her face with trembling hands. Her throat was dry, and she had a stitch in her side. It was definitely some kind of cult. Nina, what's wrong? You look pale and out of breath. I didn't think you smoked. I mean, I smoke, but I'm not out of breath. Oh yeah, what happened though? Johnny squatted down next to her and placed his hand on her shoulder awkwardly. You won't believe it. Oh, I'll believe it. You know, often people don't believe me. I'll definitely believe you. We ended up in the lair of some cult. Really? Wow, like in that movie? Yeah, maybe even worse. They're preparing something. Uh-huh. I knew that bonfire wasn't for a barbecue. We need to warn the others immediately. Somehow Johnny's enthusiasm didn't really raise her spirits. You're not even gonna try and convince me of something else. I mean, do you believe me? Of course. Well, sounds very believable. One time I had this experience in my dorm. That's when she realized what the problem was. This was Johnny after all. She had ended up on the same page as him. Yeah, you told us about that. Well, then let's go. We need to warn everyone that they want to cut our faces off and wear them as masks for anonymous OJ. I pranked you. What? For real? I fell for it. You caught me there. That was pretty funny. Yeah, funny. Well, let's get back to the group already. I need to stay alert. Whether it was wrong or not, this is still a foreign country. Maybe I misunderstood something, but that doesn't mean everyone is friendly. I shouldn't have wandered around alone in the future. Hey, looks like they're staying at the hostel. I had to give him the voice. I just had to. He just seems to be that kind of person. Wow, the interior's top-notch. Judging by the dust on the curtain, so's the service. The professor approached the empty reception desk and rang the bell a few times. Well, let's wait. Ah, look over there. Johnny nodded towards the coffee table. Among the old magazines and a vase with half-melted lollipops, there was an arrangement of dried flowers with some garlic bulbs in it. Ooh, garlic again. I hate it. Have you noticed that there's garlic everywhere? Yeah, actually. When the hell did our main character let us know about garlic? Oh, what if they put in the food too? I'd rather go hungry for a day than eat that. I'll give this place a 1 star. What are you guys looking at? Oh, candy. No, that's service. Well, garlic is garlic. I make a big deal of it. I'm just saying, it reminds me of, vampires. There you go again, afraid they'll suck you dry. You should stop watching those movies. No one is gonna suck you here. Not here, not anywhere, not in this life. Bam! She is so impressed with herself. Hilarious. I'm really laughing my head off here. Well, I like garlic. It's delicious, especially with meat. Oh, yeah, just thinking about it. Please go on, share your rich inner life with us. And this is the beginning of our journey. I'm so in sync with the teacher. Suddenly footsteps were heard and a young man wearing a uniform appeared in the hallway. Finally, he stood behind the desk and spoke to them in fluent English. "Good afternoon, I'm Eugene, the concierge. I'm here to check you in." "Good afternoon. Yes, that's precisely why we're here. We have a reservation from the university." "Ah, the Americans. I see, I see. Just a moment." He brought out a thick ledger and started flipping through the pages. "It's so quiet here. Are there no other guests around, or what?" No, this is our off-season. May I ask what brings you to this area, if it's not a secret, of course?" "We're on a geological research expedition. We're planning on going to the mountains." "The mountains, huh? Oh, that's not a good idea." "Why is that?" "They have a bad reputation. We don't go there ourselves, and we don't recommend it to others." The concierge reached into a desk drawer and took out 7 keys. "Here, take your pick. All the rooms are private. We even have a luxury suite." We have a luxury, and we have economy. Clearly, I'm going to choose luxury. I wish I knew how many diamonds this was taking. I don't have a clue. I'm serious, I don't have a clue. So apparently we get 1 in each stat if we choose a diamond suite. Interesting. Wow, this is unexpected. The room's really nice. It was definitely worth fighting Courtney for. When did we fight? I demand pics and/or video and to be there. This was so awesome. Seriously, we got no fight. Mina dragged her belongings into the room, took out what she needed, and settled in. She sat on the edge of the bed and flopped onto her back immediately, spreading her arms wide and closing her eyes. What a day. She was still wound up from what happened earlier, and her brain stubbornly refused to fall asleep. "Who's there? Come in." No one entered the room. Guess it was nothing. Now I'm just imagining someone needs me, huh? She stared at the ceiling. On the other hand, if I were a character in a horror movie, this would definitely boost my chance of surviving. Scooting up, Mina rested her head on a pillow and wrapped herself in a blanket like a cocoon. I need to sleep, clear my mind, gather my thoughts. When did she undress? Seriously. Ooh, this is pretty. Majestic mountain peaks disappeared under a pitch-black blanket of storm clouds. Rolling thunder cut through the cold air, echoing from all directions like a rumbling voice. Illuminated by the lightning, the sky turned deep purple, instilling her with fear and awe of nature's unstoppable power. A solitary, ominous castle pulled her in like a magnet. She couldn't resist. Her will was subdued. An invisible presence was watching her. She felt it with her entire body. She feared it. She longed for it. Phew. Just a creepy dream again. Mina lifted her head from the pillow and sat up, looking around the room. What time is it? Midnight? Is it just me, or is it too bright outside for midnight? She got out of bed and walked over to the window. Her stomach went cold at what she saw. Her hands began to tremble, and her legs gave way. Mina leaned against the windowsill. A crowd of people in white clothes with torches streamed from the narrow lanes, converging into a massive river of flame. This river was flowing towards the hotel. Only minutes remained before it would reach the doorstep. I was right! Tears suddenly welled up in her eyes. They're all in on it, and they're coming for us. Just as I thought. Mina crouched down slowly. This is it. Despite the pessimistic thoughts, something inside of her jolted awake, igniting her thirst for life. She wasn't going to give up. Mina stood up and looked out the window again. Meanwhile, the crowd was getting closer. Welcome to Resident Evil, I'm serious. Oh, everybody's got a torch. Hey, why didn't you just have your axe? This isn't the time to despair. I can still do something. What should I do? Defend the hotel, fight back against the cultists. Defend the hotel. I really need to wake up everyone and warn them. Mina burst out of her room and ran down the hotel hallway shouting, "We're in danger, wake up!" Doors opened and her companion's sleepy faces appeared. Why are you shouting? We're in danger. We're about to be surrounded by torch-wielding cultists. You're kidding. Go and see for yourself. Johnny walked over to the window. Guys, she's right. No one believed him, and each of them went to the window to check for themselves. Oh my god. So it's actually going to happen. Nice. That's all I'm saying. Where's Mr. Collins? Where is he? He hasn't left his room. How convenient. Alright, nobody panic. First, we need to barricade the entrance. But what if they just decide to burn down the hotel with us in it? Then we're doomed. But if they're not planning to do that, at least we have a chance. The whole group was downstairs in an instant. The guys started moving furniture towards the entrance door. Come on, just like that, move. To approach the window to assess the situation. They're getting closer. They look like goddamn zombies. Pretty cool. Ah! I'm too young to be dragged away by a bunch of yokels. Be quiet. We need to keep them from getting inside, find the back door, distract them with something. Quick, throw Courtney outside. Keep them from getting inside. Then what? If they want to, they'll just use the building, or set the building on fire. Damn it, you're right. Someone find water to put out any fires. Well, there's a vase here. It has some water. I don't think it has enough. At the moment, someone started breaking down the door. Boom, 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 boom. The makeshift barricade began to shake. Isn't there any more heavy furniture around here? Don't any of you wear clothing? No, I've checked this whole floor. We won't have time to bring furniture down from upstairs. And grab something for self-defense. We don't have any other options. Everyone rushed around the lobby in search of suitable weapons. Are you ready? The whole group shouted in unison, yes! The furniture scattered to the sides. The door swung wide open. Standing in the doorway was... Mr. Collins? What is going on here? I step outside to get some fresh air for 10 minutes, and what the hell is all this? Behind his shoulder, Eugene has appeared. He entered the lobby and grabbed his head in shock. What have you done? The students dropped their instruments of self-defense in astonishment. A young man in white appeared in the doorway, giving the lobby a once-over, concluded. Ah, very awkward. Alright, I demand an explanation. I don't know, you see a bunch of people coming towards your door with torches, you think, they're gonna kill you, I don't know. A man wearing white clothing stumbled into the hall, clutching his heart. He spoke in English. Oh, I'm the town's elder. What happened here? We're waiting. What is there to explain? It's obvious they're cultists, strange looks, the secretive whispers, and then all the branches piled up for the bonfire in the square. And finally they all came here with torches, the whole town. What was I supposed to think? And another thing. I went for a walk and ended up in some courtyard. There was blood-covered maniac with an axe. And you wanted to drag me somewhere. And then there was this monstrous roar. What kind of monster was that? I wish I'd seen that. Sounds like something out of a movie. It was if you want a horror movie, just look in the mirror. Wait, I'll explain everything. This is celebration today. We are saying goodbye to summer. We chase off all the bad and we ask for good. Yeah, I noticed. And many here heard of your visit as soon as the anniversary called the hotel. Many were looking for you before they saw you. American dream, you see. Ugh. And then there's our festival, a march with torches, bonfires in the square. We go every year like this. I also came here for some interesting young people, and you don't know, so maybe you also find someone interesting. But everything was locked up. He was screaming like devil. We thought something terrible had happened. Oh. I remember you, very strange. You chose to wander around early.
Tjejskillbacken och backen. Tjejskillbacken Nabiach vi förbeskål.
I don't understand what he's saying.
We failed to butcher goat. That the wounded animal was running around, causing havoc, attacking people. They was trying to save you, to drag you away so he would not attack you to death.
Good thing wounded animals are dangerous.
And she stood there like statue, staring with eyes wide open.
So you weren't planning to sacrifice us?
Damn, how could you think something like that?
I want to apologize personally.
Why do you apologize? It is good it is over and nobody hurt. But our celebration spoiled, damn it!
The other students snickered. I'm gonna justify myself. Well, I have nothing to apologize for. You were the ones who scared me to death. I'm sorry for telling you how you should communicate, but talking in riddles and giving meaningful looks doesn't help with comprehension. Especially when there's a bit of a language barrier between you and the people you're talking to. The elder nodded silently and left the hall. The crowd that had gathered around the hotel followed suit. Well, this has been quite an eventful day. No kidding. I was having such a nice dream. Want me to tell you about it? No. Another time, Courtney. The group finally dispersed to the rooms. The rest of the night passed peacefully. Butterflies back and the bonfire has been burned. Okay, interesting. It's very subtle attention to details. I actually do like it. Early the next morning, the sun has already risen over the horizon, casting peach-tinted dawn rays through the windows of every home. The rays of light danced on her face playfully, hinting at the beautiful weather outside. Terrible night, terrible day, terrible me. Well, it's time to get ready. We have more diamond choices. Fur-lined, stylish jacket, fashionable jacket, simple jacket. I'm gonna go with the black one. Listen, it's how I literally dress IRL, okay? Black. It's for life. 2 to darkness, 1 to light. Oh, we have more woven cap, woven black cap, woven chestnut. I'm sorry, chestnut? Where does that look? It looks like teal. That's not red. Oh, it's your hair that's changing. I get it. I get it. Don't at me. Okay, I kind of like all these. God, there's a lot of selections. I mean, damn, this is actually tough. Hold on. I think I'm gonna stick with the Wednesday Addams look. Right? I like the black hair. I like the curvy, but I don't think Wednesday Addams would really do that, so I'm kind of digging it. That's much better. 1 to mysticism. Then she rushed out the room, met everyone in the hall, and they all left the hotel together. Oh, wow, they really had a party last night. They sat on the town square. The students were still discussing the night's events, yawning from lack of sleep. Great, look at these dark circles under my eyes. At least my nails are fine. You only care about one thing. They suit you, Courtney. The dark circles. Now you look like me. I don't know why you're don't know what you're talking about. I started my day with a run. Recommend you all do the same. The air here is great. Well, I don't know. This place is boring. Nowhere to hang out. The nightlife is way better in Amsterdam. Are you serious? You're bored after yesterday? Tony has a mischievous, pensive look. What are you thinking about? It's nothing. Just lost in my own thoughts. Actually, I have a theory. The vampires are behind everything. Yes! Oh, screw you guys. Alright, that's enough. Let's go. When the group was ready to leave, a familiar woman approached them.
Are you leaving already?
Zuden felt another wave of shame over what had happened yesterday. If you want to talk about yesterday, then...
No, nothing. You are going to the mountains, yes?
Uh-huh. Why?
You should not. Well, since you will go anywhere here, choose one that speaks to you.
Choose what? Stone of Life. Witch's Stone, Amethyst, Trusty Talisman, Bag of Salt. I'm sorry. What? I like the Stone of Life. I like the red. I like the black, though. Amethyst is also a good one. Trusty Talisman. That's so big. Lord, it's big. I think I'm gonna go with the... I like the red. I like the red.
Good stone. Powerful. Your life will flourish.
I hope so. I'll need strength on this hike.
The most important thing to remember, never take it off.
Thank you very much. I still feel bad about thinking about everyone here was a villain from a cult.
No, no, no. We good people here. We uphold tradition, so evil will not transcend to us.
Descend?
Yes, it stays in the mountain castle.
Yes, the castle. I'll take that view. That is gorgeous. I love the moon. Really great artwork in this game. In the castle? From a distance, she heard the professor's call. What are you doing back there? Don't fall behind. The mountains are waiting. Why is he on all black? Episode. Oh, ooh. It tells us what we get. Also, plus 30 diamonds? I'm confused. I'm so confused. I know that there's a diamond event going on right now, so, you know. We got 5 to darkness, 2 to logic, 2 to mysticism, 5 to athletics, which RIP, I would have rather gone with logic, because you know me. If you don't, you know, that's who I am. But I think that's it for this one. So, episode 2 would be next. Just to give you guys a little gander, I will actually real quick. I guess it shows your stats before you go into the next one. So that's really, really cool. But yeah, apparently they're having some diamond event according to someone who posted in our Discord. So if you want to be a part of that, there is a link down below in the description. But this is my first entryway into the Romance Club franchise and app. I wanted to jump on something that's more recent and new. So if you guys did truly enjoy the content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated, especially if you want more of this content. So we've got, up to chapter 8, because this is a new book that they will be releasing each episode. So I'm going to try and catch up with this ASAP to see how good it is, and then we'll do, updates of the episodes as they come out, so we'll get to see it firsthand and enjoy it together. Without further ado, love your beautiful faces. Hope to catch you in the next video. Peace out.